Let's talk Travis Kelce. So I have been on record on our podcast saying a couple things about Kelce. First of all, I don't believe that he's going to retire this year. I think that's been kind of thrown around. He signed this 2-year deal, and I'm on record on our podcast saying that I think for sure he's going to play next year. And then starting next year, it'll be kind of year to year. I think starting next year, it'll be fair to speculate every year whether he's going to play the subsequent year. But I think this year, I am quite confident he will be back next year. So let's push the speculation until next year. The other thing that I've been on record saying is I think that the reports of his demise have been premature. I don't think Travis Kelce is going to be the 1,200-yard, 8-touchdown guy that he had been up until last year. But I do think he could very well be an 800-yard, 5-touchdown guy this year and for future years. That's another thing that I had said earlier this year. And for those paying attention, he's on pace actually for 900 yards this year. So he's no slouch this season. He had a little bit of a slow start, but has actually been on a good pace since then. And on that note, Travis Kelce still does well against single coverage. And the Raiders actually came out in this game trying to cover him with one man for a while in the first quarter and a little into the second quarter. And Travis Kelce made him pay. So let's go over a couple of those plays showing what Travis Kelce can do if you decide to just cover him with one man. So this first play that we're going to go over is from the first quarter. There are about 13 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the Chiefs have a 3rd down and about 8. So what ends up happening on this play is we get an offsides penalty. And 44 is very close to being lined up offsides even from the snap. But then what happens at the snap is Robert Spillane in here flinches, and that causes 44 to jump. So you can see it here. There's the flinch from Spillane, and there's the jump offsides. So this ends up being a free play. Now this literally happens right in front of Travis Kelce. And so he's a little slow out of the gates because he is distracted by the offsides jump. And what the Raiders try to do in this situation, they send a 5-man pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they play cover one man. So they're manned up here, manned up here. They've got a deep safety over the top, and Kelce is manned up here. So Kelce, seeing the offsides penalty, takes a minute. He actually looks over, if you look at the official, and notices the flag being thrown. So he knows. I stopped it when he's not actually looking over there, but you can see him looking in that direction there. He knows this is a free play. So what he ends up doing is he just kind of takes a skip and settles out here in the middle of the field, and Mahomes, who's navigating traffic in the pocket, finds him, and Kelce's able to box out Merrick and make a catch. So, you cover him with one guy. It's just too difficult. You have to give him a little bit of space because Kelce is so good at reading your leverage here. Merrick clearly has outside leverage, so Kelce is going to break inside. And he's so strong at the catch point. I know he's had a couple uncharacteristic drops this year, including in this game. But he's strong at the catch point. You give him a little bit of room, he's going to make that catch. And he gets a big first down here on 3rd down. See it again here from this perspective. There's the jump off sides right there, right in front of Kelce, literally. And so Kelce, you see him take a peek over at the official who's throwing the flag. He then comes up, and as Mahomes navigates traffic, he gets this throw off. Kelce uses his body to shield the ball. Merrick actually swings down, but Kelce with strong hands hangs on and makes the catch for a big first down. So here's play 1 of Kelce beating man coverage, single coverage early in the game and making the Raiders pay. Let's jump ahead now to 5:55 to go in the first quarter. The Chiefs have a 2nd and 8, and they're coming out with an empty backfield, even though they have 12 personnel. They actually have the running back Kareem Hunt here and then the 2 tight ends lined up over here. And the Raiders, again, go with a similar play from the last play we just saw. They run cover one man. So this is your deep safety right here. This is going to be your robber to the middle. Everybody else is manned up. Now, this isn't pure single coverage on Kelce this time, because they're actually going to take the robber and come underneath Kelce and kind of use him as almost a double team for Kelce. Unfortunately for the Raiders, Kelce isn't running a route to the middle. He actually runs a whip route. So he comes to the middle and then comes back out. So the safety driving down isn't really able to do much of a double. It ends up being a practical single coverage. So here comes Kelce coming in, does a hard in cut on the whip route, and then comes back out, completely leaving his man. Timing is perfect with Mahomes. And again, Kelce gets a big gain, big first down, punishing the Raiders for essentially covering him with one. Now, they tried to get a double, but again, this is where the Chiefs and Kelce in particular know the coverage so well. In this situation with this route combination, you have your guy Kareem Hunt having a second level deeper route. Inside, you have a clear out coming up the middle. So the robber is almost always going to be in the middle of the field. This part of the field will be vacant. So against a cover one man look, having Kelce come in and out is a good route choice and makes it more likely that a double is difficult and he ends up being single covered, which is what happened here. And again, if you allow Kelce man-to-man coverage, even at his, when people talk about him being in decline, even at this level, Kelce will punish man coverage, especially from a linebacker like Divine Diablo. So here we can see from the end zone camera, you can see Kelce's foot as he plants his foot on that in cut and then comes back out. Easy pickings for Kelce when he's manned up like that. Now we jump ahead to 3:37 to go in the first quarter. The Chiefs have a 1st and 20 after a penalty. And they come out lined up in 12 personnel. They've got the running back is Pacheco, and they're Noah Gray, Travis Kelce, the tight ends, and Worthy and Hopkins are the wide receivers. Again, the Raiders run a cover one man. This time they don't even have the underneath robber defender because they blitz Spillane. So what they have here is they've got one deep safety, then they've got man-to-man here, man-to-man here, man-to-man here, man-to-man here. That's it. And again, playing Kelce, single coverage, man-to-man, and Kelce made them pay. If you have anybody in your life that's telling you that Kelce can't do it anymore, Kelce's too old, he can't get open, just show them this clip because this is a masterclass in route running. Watch how Kelce approaches his defender. And I want you to pay attention initially to the way that the defender is playing this play. Look at his body position. He's slanted here. If you ever played basketball and you're trying to force somebody to the right or to the left and you stand in this position, this is in football like this. It's called having outside leverage. Basically, you're leaning this way, allowing Kelce to go in, but you are refusing to be beaten outside. So he's setting up to the outside of Kelce's route, not letting him go outside whatsoever, giving him the inside. Kelce, if you notice, takes it initially. He's coming inside of the defender, but he wants to run an out route. He wants to get outside. Not easy to do when somebody's playing outside leverage, trying to force you inside, prevent you from coming back outside. So the corner is sitting outside of Kelce. Kelce pushes inside, and then watch the steps here. Hard pivot. This first step with his left foot is important. He's running in, hits this with his left foot hard as if he's coming inside. And look what happens. The corner is having to commit. Then Kelce, as he's doing in this still, hits that right foot very hard and pivots. And he gets outside of this guy whose entire setup right here is to prevent him from going outside, to try to funnel him inside. This is just quality route running from Kelce. Hard, come back in, get to the outside, beat him. And he beat him so bad that the defender, in trying to catch up, fell down. allowing Kelce even more yards after the catch, which is funny on this play because, I told you that I've been saying that Kelce's demise has been exaggerated and that he's still playing well. But the one area that I have conceded that I feel like has taken a big dip this year is his yards after the catch. He's just not the same yards after the catch guy that he used to be. This is a guy that up until last year had at least 12 yards per reception every single year. Last year it dropped to something like 10.6, I think, and this year it's 8.5 yards per catch. So that is one area where he has dipped a little bit, but he ran this route so well. Again, with corner with outside leverage, he hits it so hard coming in. He gets the corner to overcommit to the inside because he's sold that that's where he's going, and he still beats him outside. The corner has to work so hard to catch up that he falls down. Kelce actually gets pretty good yards after the catch, but it still kind of follows the problem that Kelce has that he didn't have before is the first guy always brings him down, though, it seems. It's very hard for him to break tackles. He's still smooth in the open field, but he's not really wiggling by guys, and he's definitely not breaking tackles anymore. However, nice to see him get some yards after the catch on this play, which really showed overall this play that Kelce's still a force to be reckoned with if you cover him single coverage. And a lot of that is due to his route running. You can see that cut right here. Look at the corner as he's coming in, how much the corner has to start moving over because he's worried about Kelce's break inside. And then he cuts back out, crosses his face. Look at that corner trying to catch up with him. No chance. Big first down. Kelce making people pay for covering him in single coverage. And Kelce knows that he's not that much of a yards after the catch guy anymore, too. Check out this play with 4:12 to go in the second quarter. The Chiefs have a 3rd and 10 at the Raiders' 22-yard line. This time, Kelce isn't quite covered single coverage because this isn't man coverage. The Chiefs actually have him in initially blocking and then releasing, but the Raiders are playing a zone. And so they've got him chip and then release. You have Spillane kind of looking at him initially, but then dropping off into an underneath zone because it's 3rd and 10. Here's the first down marker, and they feel pretty confident that they can corral anything underneath. Kelce does a good job finding a little bit of a gap in the zone as, you have some underneath, some over the top routes drawing defenders a little deeper. Whereas like Hopkins is coming across and is a little shallower, so his defender would be a little closer. Watson's running a little deeper, so going and sitting underneath his route makes more sense. And Worthy also is coming out a little deeper. So Kelce comes out here and gets the catch, which the Raiders in this case were willing to give up. Like I said, not much of a yards after the catch guy. They just want to prevent the first down. But Kelce laterals it here to Samaje Perine, who is able to take advantage of the fact that the one underneath defender in the area collapsed on Kelce, giving Perine a window to go get the first down. This is actually the second time that Kelce has lateraled to Perine in a similar situation. Same side of the field, same idea. Perine coming out of the flat. Kelce just flips it over to him, and he gets the first down. I don't think it's a coincidence that Kelce has been doing more of this lateraling in the last 3 seasons, as he probably realizes that he is not as much of a threat to break a tackle or make a man miss to get that first down. And so he can, I think Kent Swanson of Kansas City Sports Network had tweeted out that someone around him had said that Kelce was outsourcing his yards after the catch. Let somebody else take care of it, mainly because Kelce isn't quite the yards after the catch guy he used to be. But another big play for Kelce, giving the Chiefs a first down on a drive that they would ultimately end up scoring a touchdown on. Here it is again. He doesn't feel confident about his ability to get the first down, but he feels pretty good about Perine's once he takes away the underneath defender, and the Chiefs get a big first down there.